Hello, I'm glad you're here. I'm just going to briefly talk about our greens challenge. So remember, for this challenge, we aren't just eating vegetables every day of the challenge. For this one, we're actually eating vegetables with every single meal, well, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next 7 days. So we started yesterday. Today's Thursday. It's day 2. If you haven't joined in yet, that's totally okay. You can join in whenever you'd like. You can do it for a full 7 days. You can join us for the remainder of the challenge. Whatever you'd like to do is totally fine. So what we're talking about today, though, is how to get your vegetables in with your E meals. It can be a little bit more challenging because for your S meals, you could have a big salad. You could have with a creamy vinaigrette. You could have a smoothie with coconut oil. You could have something like salmon or steak or anything with some vegetables on the side, steamed with butter and salt and pepper. Like there's so many options for S's, right? I have a Mexican veggie skillet at thewellplannedkitchen.com that's perfect for an S dinner. My point is that S meals are so much easier to do with vegetables, especially if you like butter like I do. If you like to saute them in butter, it's perfect for your S's. When you're eating an E, though, we don't want the extra fat. We don't want to add the butter. We don't want to add a lot of oil. We don't want to saute anything really. You could, but it's just not as good, generally speaking, to have those be made really dry. So I'm going to tell you meal by meal how I get some E veggies in. So what I do, first of all, generally sticking to non-starchies is still a great way to get your veggies in. If you have a sweet potato, that counts, but I don't want you having sweet potatoes with every single meal for this challenge. So what I'm looking at instead is if I have an E meal, if I have an E breakfast, there's a couple of different ways to go about it. If I'm having something like an egg white omelet, it's very easy to add some veggies in there. That's a good way to get an FP veggie omelets in there because you've got your egg whites. Those are E-friendly. And then maybe add some carbs on the side. So I might, for example, have an egg white omelet with a sweet potato on the side. That might be a way to get some E veggies in there. Then you've got the sweet potato plus the extra. Or you could have something unrelated that doesn't necessarily feel like a breakfast food. So one thing that I would like to possibly recommend if you're feeling adventurous is to make something like, egg whites cooked in salsa with some black beans. That's a good E, but then you want your veggies. So you can slice up some zucchini really thin, throw it in there, something along those lines. But my favorite way to do E vegetables is to have them as my dessert. So what I will typically do if I'm having an E breakfast, I might have let's say I'm having oatmeal for breakfast. Vegetables and oatmeal does not sound fantastic. So what I like to do instead is have my oatmeal breakfast and then make what is my favorite, but it could be any FP shake that you want. I like to do the Choco Chip Baby Frap from the Trim Healthy Table book. And I will add a handful of spinach and a few drops of peppermint extract into that. And I make it like a mint. It kind of is like a shamrock shake. So it's green and it's got the mint flavor and some chocolate flavor in there. That's my favorite way to get vegetables in. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a fly. To get some vegetables in to my E breakfast. Another thing that works so you could use an E smoothie and add spinach to any E smoothie. Usually you can't taste it, or add okra. That's fantastic. An FP or E smoothie or shake that uses okra. So slimming, so good. That's one of my favorite things to do. Another thing that I like to do if I don't want to put vegetables in my actual meal is to have something really light and easy on the side. So for example, my lunch today, I took pictures of it. I will post it on Instagram and on thewellplannedkitchen.com at some point, probably Facebook too. But what I did is I wanted to make dinner in 10 minutes. Or lunch in 10 minutes, excuse me. So I have some ready cut chicken from Costco. They have the cubed chicken. It's already pre-cut for you. I have from Costco also, this is a drive-through Sue dream come true, right? I have they have these brown rice bowls now that I keep meaning to show everybody on YouTube and I keep forgetting. So I will definitely do that. But they have brown rice bowls. They come in a box. I think there's like 6 in a box. And the brown rice, the ingredients, there's not any really added oil or anything. It's just like rice and salts. If there is oil, it's just a negligible amount. But it's microwavable brown rice, and there's not really any preservatives in it. It seems pretty good. So I had microwave brown rice. I heated some beans up in a pot, and I cooked the chicken it's frozen to cooked in about 10 minutes. So I had a burrito bowl. I added some salsa to that. I could have sauteed some veggies, didn't really have time or interest, to be honest. So I had my lunch, and then I just sliced up a cucumber and had that on the side. It was really good. It was light and refreshing and super simple and easy, less than 10 minutes start to finish. That was a really good meal. Another thing that I might do is I don't like celery, but you could have celery on the side, carrots. There's a lot of options for veggies that you can grab and go. I can't talk today with your emails. So those are options as well. With dinners, I like to, if I am going to saute or bake them, I like to just do one light spray of oil if that's the only fat in the entire meal that works in your ease. Veggies on the side is great. But really for ease, the best thing that I found is soups. If I'm going to make like the trim train taco soup, I will add some beans to that, make it into an There's tons and tons of veggies in that soup. So that makes it really simple and easy. It's a great way to get some vegetables in. Probably my favorite trick though is to do that shake that I mentioned after an meal, just to sneak some veggies in there and get them going. I also like to make salads, and this is in the original THM cookbook. There was a recipe called Nicey Ricey salad. I think it was. Some of the names are so funny. But I will make a big salad. I won't put any dressing on it, tons of veggies. I'll add 3/4 of a cup of brown rice or cooked quinoa, and the brown rice is cooked too, of course. So I'm saying, or we don't want to do both of those. That would be too much for an but either 3/4 of a cup of brown rice or 3/4 of a cup of quinoa. Then I'll make a vinaigrette, but instead of putting all the oil in, I'll keep it to 1 teaspoon of oil and replace the rest of the oil with water. Still very tasty. I tend to be a little heavy with vinegar on vinaigrettes and homemade dressings just because I like the taste, but those are pretty yummy. That's a pretty yummy way to have an salad and get some veggies in, get your healthy carbs in, and keep the fat under 5 grams total. So those are just some ideas for ease. I would love for you to comment with your favorite way to sneak some veggies into your meals. There's a lot of things out there that you could do. Fried rice is a really great option. The chicken fried double rice in the Trim Healthy Table book is a great way to get some veggies in with your meal. There's a lot of things out there. So I'd love to see your comments with your favorite ease. We are going to be continuing this challenge. We're only on day 2. We're getting veggies with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I just wanted to mention this because I don't want anybody having only S meals in this. I want you to get a good mix of your E's and FPs too. And a good FP snack, like I had an FP snack earlier. I was kind of in a rush today. I had cleaned my whole house, like deep cleaned it, and I had a bunch of work to do. And I had a bunch of calls with my boot camp clients, which I love, connecting with them on the phone. But I didn't have a lot of time. So my FP snack was 8 ounces of unsweetened almond milk with 1 scoop of THM Pristine Whey protein powder. I did the flavored one, so I did the cookies and cream flavor. I put it actually in, I have an Aerochino. It's like it's for lattes. So it's a milk frother, essentially, an electric one. So I put the 8 ounces of unsweetened almond milk in there with a scoop of protein powder. It has a cool setting, so I'll just set it to cool, and it will blend it all together for me while I sliced a cucumber. And again, I just had half of a sliced cucumber and the unsweetened almond milk with the protein powder. That was an FP snack. I grabbed a few strawberries for dessert. So easy, so fast, kind of a grab and go thing, but pretty healthy and pretty good, perfect for my THM lifestyle. So I want you to be getting FPs and E's in on this challenge. So I want you to think through ways to make that happen without just relying on S's. There is a really good omelet, the Happily Ever After omelet in the Trim Healthy Future book, the new one. I've been adding some mushrooms to that. That's a good way to get some other things in. So just try to brainstorm a little bit. Okra is always going to be a really excellent veggie option. So I recommend okra shakes, air fried okra, roasted okra, whatever you want. That is so, so, so good for you for weight loss. So as we're doing all of that, we have 5 more days after this of veggies every day. And hopefully you'll continue that, because it's something that as a certified THM coach, I see a lot of the time really push people through weight loss stalls, is getting those veggies in. On that note, again, boot camp registration opens tomorrow. So I will send emails out for that. I am a little concerned because there has been so much interest about how quickly this one will sell out. If you sign up tomorrow only, you will get a free 3-month Trim Healthy Mama membership. So tomorrow only, if you join boot camp, we will do that. It's 6 weeks of a very methodical, structured approach to making THM work for you long term. We get on plan and stay on plan, and that's what we're doing. It gets rave reviews, so hopefully you will be able to snag a spot and join us tomorrow. So watch your email inbox, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.